What is up, everybody? It's your boy Aaron. Today we have a new video. Now, it's Saturday, so it's another volume review. Number 13 we're on. We meet some of the officers in Baroque Works. We go to Little Garden. We meet someone very important to the show later on, or the manga later on in this, but I'm not going to tell you who yet, because I don't know if you've ever seen it or not, so it's sort of a spoiler, but you could guess, I guess. But if you guess it right in the comments, I will tell you if it's right or wrong. No, I won't. Yes, I will. No, I won't. I'm lying to you. No, I won't. Anyway, so, yeah. In this volume, okay, we're going to start it. So, it ends off, well, last volume ended off with, them in, on Whiskey Peak, and Zoro's fighting all the bounty hunters or whatever. Now, they're fighting all the... Okay, now this one continues with Zoro fighting the bounty hunters, and they find out that... Zoro finds out that Baroque Works working for them and stuff, and Igor, Mr. 8, or the mayor of the town, is a part of Baroque Works, and he lets them know, like, your Baroque Works are going to kill you, so bounty hunters, all this stuff, whatever. They start going back and forth, they're fighting, all this stuff. And then, a officer showed up named this guy. This is Mr. 5, I believe. It's Mr. 5, right? I'll tell you right now. Give me 1 second. Yeah, that's Mr. 5. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So that they're all fighting, you know. Zoro grabs this girl's head and just holds it there, like he's like crushing her or whatever, holds it there. That's all like the real important stuff that starts happening. And then when he comes, so he comes because he comes because they find out that this is Princess VIVI of Alabasta. He comes because she knows who the leader of Baroque Works is, and he comes to take care of her, like kill her or whatever. And these two, this girl right here and him right here, because that's Luffy. I thought that was her hat for a second. They're a team, right? And he has the bomb fruit, I'm gonna call it, I guess. I don't know. He like can like blow stuff up that comes from him, like I guess spit and boogers. Well, he uses boogers in the manga and in the show to blow them up. And she has the kilo fruit, so she could like gain weight or lose weight, but it doesn't look like it. She just weighs a lot. Anyway, so that's happening, right? They come, and Luffy and Zoro start fighting, because this is when Luffy wakes up and finds out that Zoro starts killing all the bounty hunters, or beating them up, because he knows the bounty hunters, but Luffy just thinks that he's doing it to do it, and they start fighting, and Luffy doesn't know that they're bounty hunters yet. So they're going back and forth, and this is the first time we've actually seen like a conflict between Straw Hats, and we see more of that like down the line in the show and the manga, but this is the first time we really get like that that true sense of that as a Straw Hat. So that's happening, right? They're fighting, and he walks up and she goes up. Now they both get knocked. They both get one shot by Luffy and Zoro. It's so funny. They both get one shot. They're fighting and stuff, going at it, and then so she escapes on Karasu, who is one of the ducks. It's not one of the ducks, but is a duck that she escapes on, because it's her like friend from the kingdom. It's like her best friend, best pet thing, whatever. Anyways, so they're going, and he is actually a bodyguard of her, and he asks Zoro and Luffy to take care of her. Well, asks Nami really to save her, and Nami's like, if you could give me 1 billion berries. And he's like, that's too steep, I can't do that. Maybe I could do something with Cobra, the king or whatever, if you get her home safe and all this stuff. And she's like, fine, they'll do it. So she goes up to Luffy and Zoro and punches them both, and is like, we gotta go save her. So all this stuff's happening, they're going, and then they leave Whiskey Peak, right? These two get beat, and they leave Whiskey Peak. Now, while they're leaving Whiskey Peak, they're on the boat and they're sailing, right? And while they're talking on the ship, somebody's sitting at the top, right? And the person sitting at the top, like, kind of like floats Luffy's hat over to her and holds it. And she's like, oh, so you're the Straw Hats or whatever. And Vivi's like, oh my god, that's Mrs. All Sunday, or Mrs. double finger all Sunday. I'm pretty sure it's all Sunday. Anyway, it says that, and she's like, that's Mr. Zero's partner, like, cause each numbers officer has a partner. So, and it's always a girl. The boys a number, and the girls are like holidays, like that's what their names are, their epithets. Anyway, so that's happening, right? She's on there, and she's like, you guys could go to Little Garden, or you guys could go to this random island, which is an easier way to get to Alabasta, because she's trying to help them. Well, we don't know if she was trying to help them, but she's just saying she is. And they're like, Luffy's like, no, I'm the captain, we're gonna go to Little Garden. And he's like, I don't care. And she gives them a eternal pose to that one freaking, it's like some random island, I forget what it's called, but he breaks it, and he's like, no, we're going to Little Garden. She's like, okay. And she just floats off, right? And Igaram like goes off and like tries to like, it's like, I'll decoy her or whatever. I don't know if this is before what I just told you or after it, but he says I'll decoy her or whatever. He floats off, he goes off in his little ship with them, and he blows up. He just explodes. So that happens, right? And then they get to Little Garden. They find out the island is filled with dinosaurs and big alligators and 2 giants, right? And the giants are Dory and Broggy, right? And they're on that island because they can't decide who's stronger, I guess. No, well, they're like equally matched, but like they're trying to like fight over something that they can't remember. So they're fighting, and every time the volcano goes off, they fight. And so Luffy, Vivi, Luffy and Vivi meet Dory, and Usopp and Nami meet Broggy, right? And this is where Usopp really gets his character development, saying he wants to be like a strong warrior of the sea and all this stuff. This is where he gets that kind of concept from, is from these 2 people, because they keep fighting and they're not going to stop until one of them wins. And he's like, that's really inspirational, and I look up to that stuff. So that's happening, right? And then you find out Mr. 3's on that island. Now, Mr. 3, Galdino, has the wax fruit, and he can make stuff out of wax. He's, I guess, made out of wax, because later on we'll figure that out. Anyway, so he's made out of wax, right? And there's another person there named Mrs. I forget her name, but she draws like stuff on people, and it changes their personality. Like she draws like something yellow on there, it hates them. That's not how it goes, but that is what happens. So that's what's happening right now, right? And Dory and Broggy are fighting, and then one time they go fight, and so before that, they have like ale or sake or whatever, and Luffy gives it to them to drink, or they get it off their ship, I forget. They drink, right? And they drink it, but Dory's is like messed up, has like a bomb in it, I guess, and Mr. 3 did it, but they don't know that yet. So they go fight, and Dory's explodes, like it explodes in his mouth, and he gets hurt. They're all hurt, and Broggy beats him. But that's when Mr. 3 comes out, and that's where the volume ends. Great volume. I'm kind of starting to remember these things off the top of my head, so I don't really got to look through the book and like pause and stuff, because I don't know, it was just kind of like in the beginning of doing these, it kind of like I had to do it a lot because I couldn't really remember what was going on because it was so far back. But I'm not gonna lie, I've read these books like 10 times. Like, it's crazy how much I read or watch One Piece. Look at this fish. Oh yeah, and also I forgot to mention the cover stories in this of each chapter in this volume is of Kobe and Helmeppo training with Garp still. So that's that. It's a very good volume. I like the cover of this. It's not one of my favorite covers, but I like the cover of it. We'll get to my favorite cover later on. Not for a while, but we'll get to my favorite covers. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys want to see next. But yeah, this has been Aaron. Peace.